Mississippi State head coach Nikki McCray-Penson. And first, we'll have Coach give us an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Well, first of all, it's really good to, be able to play this type of game, top 15 matchup. Just disappointed with the outcome. I thought the first 3 quarters, we didn't play any defense. I thought there was moments in the fourth quarter to where, we had a group out there that was very, that was locked into defense. We got to defend. This was wasn't a very good defensive effort for us. I thought offensively we did some things that was really good, but we could have gotten more from an offensive standpoint as far as getting in the paint because we knew we had the advantage. The other thing is, our teams, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. I think we're good enough, but individually and as a team, we have to grow up. And I've said that. And if we don't, we'll have games like this. Down the stretch, we talked about being together and doing our own thing. And I thought we did our own thing and we were not together. And against a team that is, more veteran than us, meaning they've been together, they know their system. We don't know our system as well. Everything is still new, but we're coming together. We have to combat that. And we didn't. We did our own thing and it cost us. But we'll regroup. We'll watch film, break it down. We'll get better. A lot of positives we can take from this game, but there's, some things that we still have to continue to grow and get better.
Up first, we'll go to Jason Crowder.
Coach, what was the big difference defensively in giving up those 14 3-pointers around the perimeter?
Well, we lost them. I thought transition defense, that was the number one thing we said. I think, in transition, they got a lot of threes. Then we lost them in staggered screens where we were not connected, or they dribble penetrated and we lost a shooter. And we said we always have to stay engaged with shooters on the weak side. And we just lost focus there. And we can't do that against a team that came in, they hit, 10 threes against Arkansas. We knew that they were capable of hitting those threes, but when you get wide open practice shots, you should knock them down. And they did.
Coach, one more thing. We want to talk positives, and there were some positives in this one. You're playing the number 13 team in the country that's so good. What did you see from your team that you liked going forward?
Well, I think, number one, we did execute a little bit better. I like that part of it. Right now I'm just so focused on what we got to get better at. But, it was a good test for us. We played hard in that fourth quarter. We did some really, really good things defensively. There was a group that was really good, and I'm gonna have to look at that group because that to me that's who I am. I don't want to give up 92 points to a team. That's not me and that's not us. But we have to get back to defending. So I think there were some positives there in that fourth quarter where we really, really defended and was right there on the catch. I thought, we handled, Howard there those first, 2 quarters, but then we lost her, in the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Up next, we'll go to Courtney Robb.
Coach, your team's been getting off to a little bit of a slow start in a lot of your games. How do you kind of coach them through so that they're not starting off so slow and can not have to rely on building all of that momentum in the second half?
I think part of that is our defense. When we're connected defensively, we get off to a really good start, and we didn't get off to a good start defensively. So, it just took us a minute. I think this was one of those games that was very emotional. They played each other twice last year, won, lost, and now you're here. So, and I told them, for 40 minutes, we can't get too high and too low. We have to stay focused on us and our game plan, to continue to help us weather the storm. And again, we lost sight of that.
Up next, we'll go to Ben Portnoy.
Nikki, offensively, you guys expect to get a lot from Rakia, but tonight she really went toe-to-toe with Ryan, at least just from that matchup. What does that tell you about where Rakia's game is at least right now, and being able to, put up points and keep pace with someone like Ryan?
Well, Rakia can score the ball, so can Ryan. They're two great players. Areas that I've challenged Rakia to get better is dominating practice, which she's been better since we've been back from the break. and making her teammates better, because she's going to draw a crowd. Can she deliver strikes to them? Because that's going to open up her game even more. She had 3 assists today, so she was second on our team in assists. Had 4 turnovers, but again, drawing a crowd, you're going to get that. That one was a charge, but she's still evolving, and she's going to continue to evolve. I think the one thing that we're seeing her is able to score the ball multiple places, not just jump shots. She's shooting a 3. She's getting in a post-up game. We run isolations for her, but when she draws a crowd, can she find the open player?
And just real quickly, in terms of getting ZARYA back today and being able to play her some pretty real minutes, I mean, how much did that help y'all defensively? It seemed like she really had an impact on Ryan when she was out on the floor.
It helped us a lot. It was good to go with some experience, especially in a game like this. And I thought she was part of that group in the fourth quarter, which was really good. And she made some plays offensively. She did what I asked her to do. She drove it and finished at the rim. She hit a big 3 for us there. But it was good to have her back. She was just a little winded there. And, just being able to monitor her minutes.
Up next, we'll go to Robbie Falk.
Coach, it seems strange to look at the stat sheet and you see 33 from Ryan and say that y'all did a pretty good job for her for most of the ball game. I think she had 8 points after 3 quarters. What did y'all do so well for the first 3 quarters, and what happened in the fourth and overtime?
Again, I think we had some people that got winded, and we lost her. We lost her, and that's when a great player, she can make you forget about her, and then she just torched us. She torched us in that fourth quarter. But they were right there with us, even though she wasn't scoring well. I thought we, had pretty much control, but then, she took over, and that's when we have to be locked in defensively.
Anything else?